Fans of Ground of Aces, welcome back to another episode of Base Builder Monday. My name is Ben. I work on a marketing team for Blimflux Studios who are currently developing Ground of Aces. Every week I get to play the latest build of the game and show you the latest developments that have been done in the game. And I show you that in the form of base building. Now today we have a treat. Today I'm going to build a very famous RAF base, RAF Tangmere. The base was situated in the south of England in West Sussex, so as you can imagine it was pretty much the first line of defense when it came to the Battle of Britain. Fortunately, there are some pictures on the internet of the base, some aerial pictures or some pictures that people have posted in forums, and I want to try to recreate this historical base. There's a good chance I won't be able to get 100% accuracy on this, just because, I mean, the length of the runway is not something that I can replicate, right? So while they're building the runway, I'll walk you through this image that I found. So these here are hangars. Actually, most of these are hangars. These are aircraft sheds, aka Belfast Hangar is what's written there. The EOB is an extra over blister hangar, which is a hangar, and everything that is an HS, these circle things here, are hard standings. And arguably one of the most important structures here is the control tower. Everything here that is shaped like a letter E kind of rotated around, those are blast pens. Blast pens were used to protect planes that were on the ground from any kind of explosion left and right. So any kind of splinters that would fly in their direction would be protected by the blast pen. But the blast pen itself would not protect from a direct hit. The critical thing is that planes need to be able to fit in here, so I will try to spawn a plane or two in there. Incidentally, Tangmere was also the place where, at the time, Prince Charles learned how to fly. So it's a place with a lot of historical value. It's going to be a little bit more condensed. I'm going to leave out quite a few of the blast pens because I simply don't have the space on this map. One day when this game hopefully has sandboxing mode, we're going to create a huge map and create a ratio-wise life-size base. So in case the text is too small, it says here it's the sole surviving 1918 General Service aircraft shed, aka Belfast Hangar. So the base was originally founded in 1917 and it was used by the Royal Flying Corps as a simple training base. So during the First World War, the base was actually handed over to the Americans, who also used it as a training ground. And then they basically kind of left the base there until about 6-7 years later in the 20s, and then it was operational again. This is kind of what a blast pen would look like. It's E-shaped building. You have a plane in here, and it would be protected from blasts all around, right? And I have someone who is stuck in here. Could you get out of there? There we go. That's my boy. Woo! Woo! Oh god. There needs to be like a camera function in the game where I can be in the plane or like at the nose of the plane and watch it land. That was a bit laggy. That's a bit of a shame. So in a rather sad and tragic but also understandable note, at the beginning of the war, the airfield had to be expanded to accommodate faster planes, right, to build larger runways. And many families had to move away from the village because the RAF had to commandeer their homes for military reasons. And they also had to, like, I think, destroy a couple of houses to expand. It was quite a sad story, but, you know, very understandable. And the whole village remained a military village. It didn't become civilian until 1966. And then in 1940, the first Spitfires arrived at this base. Look at it. Beautiful. So I'm a bit of a history nerd, so recreating a base like this where there were actually Spitfires here, around here in this places, people were using this for war reasons. It's daunting, and I'm recreating this. Here's a nice picture of what a blast pen kinda looked like. I guess there were lots of variations, but I want to give it a nice brick floor. We don't have a brick floor design yet, so I think it's just a gray box. So let's put brick floors everywhere. Oh, this is going to look amazing. This is going to look good. But what I want to do next is try to get some of these planes into these hangar areas. I might have to redo this because these were actually hangars and they need to be a lot bigger. And then I think the base is starting to look pretty good. I want to see if I can build something that looks like roads. I might be able to just use the brick floors for that. I don't think I'll be able to get sensible taxiways in here, but maybe something that looks like a concrete ground would be nice. So this is spooky here. Something is being built, but no one's actually building it. Ooh. Oh, it's lagging to hell. Ooh. Very mucho laggy. So I'm building the second runway. Now I want to add some roofs. There's a mix. I think I'll put plank roofs on these because I want it to I want it to look like a roof, and we don't have a brick roof asset just yet. One sad thing actually about this base, that after the war, I think in the 70s, if I remember correctly, they had to remove large parts of it, and this entire airfield was made into farming area. So now all that's left is the control tower still there, which I didn't build actually. The control tower and the aviation museum, which you can check out. So I will let them cook for now. I think that's largely done. And there we have it. When I compare it to this picture that I found on the forum, here we have our little hangars with all kinds of blast pens here scattered around the runways. I think that's not bad. It's not bad. Once we get more assets into the game, I can probably create something a little bit even more accurate, especially when you can have like a double-decker building, and I can make the control tower a little bit taller. But for now, I think this is not a bad, modest representation of the Tangmere RAF airfield. So if you guys are interested in the base, there's a link to the Wikipedia article in the description below. Give me some feedback, some ideas, some things you want to see, some assets you want to discuss, anything at all. I'm more than happy to play. Other than that, have a great week, and I'll see you next week on Base Builder Monday. Bye-bye.